welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your timeless soulmate contract read. I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, the Archangel of Lyons. Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. A lot of my friends do, some of them don't. To each their own, right. Let's get down to this. It's a soulmate contract read. My definition of soulmate is based on the work of Matt Kahn, M-A-T-T-K-A-H-N. His YouTube channel, Matt Kahn, All for Love, is certainly worth a deep dive if you want to check it out. The video that I watched of his back in 2018 called Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined. Whew, it was a squeegee on the third eye, right? And it does explain why so many people are suffering in these twin flame contracts and not really understanding the fifth dimensional interpretation of these two different kinds of soul contracts. And that's why I did a bunch of videos on them, as well as one of them I did a preface to these soulmate readings that I recorded. Like I said, it's about 12-13 minutes. If you want to check it out, it'll give you a itty bitty teeny tiny chunk of a Reader's Digest overview of the definition. But suffice to say, if you're not going to watch those, the foundation of a soulmate contract is that you help each other heal through quantum entanglement. In other words, it was written in to this life before you ever incarnated that these two personalities were going to work these things out. So two souls were chosen to play those roles. You are one. And your soulmate contract partners, I'll make that plural, others, because my mom and I are a soulmate contract. We've helped each other heal. Please, before I was even born, we were helping each other heal. My father, definitely a twin flame contract. He taught me how to love myself. He taught me how to heal myself. He taught me how to respect myself, often by withholding those very things I wanted for him that he just wasn't capable of giving. So yeah. That's why I don't do twin flame reads anymore, because Matt Kahn's definition is just genius. The ones we've been suffering under for, let's face it, millennia, are very third and fourth. Oh, let's see if that one pops up again. Third and fourth dimensional definitions based on the illusion of separation, where fifth dimensional consciousness is unity consciousness, right? So how can you be separate if we're all one? So this is about the romantic ones, the romantic sexual ones, which are the ones that, you know, it's a little different with family soulmates or friends soulmates, right? It's the romantic ones that I struggle with the most, because I've had so many romantic twin flames, but now I know my worth, right? And now I'm not settling for another twin flame. No, thank you. I got it myself. Thank you. I can heal myself. I do love myself. And wishing you the same here. So let's get up in this gig. Both feet on the floor if you can. You don't gotta. Focus on your breath if you will. I would do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. And my cats are a little active today. I have 3 male black cats. My 3 sons, Ed McMurray, white courtesy telephone. So they've been up to their antics today. So I may have to pause the video here and there if they start fighting. Dominance displays, 3 boys. Oh yeah, great fun. So let's do this. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. This is a general read. If you're following me at this point, my readings, you know, I just get tired of saying it's a general reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know that already. So let's do this. We're going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype deck. Oh, this is important. I am putting the Sagittarian on this side of the table and the soulmate contract partner on this side of the table, and the state of the contract as the center lane. But to clarify, it may jump back and forth, right? You might be on this side, so just can't get in. All right, enough. Let's do this. Oh, exposition, location. Breathe. As I call upon my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soulmate contract law, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above only, please give me the 3 archetypal patterns, the 8th chakra dynamics in this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract, helping each other heal, whether they even know each other or not, whether together or apart. One for the Sagittarian. one for their soulmate, and one for the state of the contract, please. Now, you know what these are. I don't. Why? Because I put them in the title. So let's see how brave you are for showing up. Because people don't get archetypes or neutral. As horrible as it sounds, as geniusly bright as it is, and vice versa, right? So let's see. All right. The engineer, creative family archetype, the god. Ooh, blow my beautiful hair back on that one. The god archetype, the engineer and the god, where are they in the state of this contract? The goddess, are you kidding me? No wonder you watched this reading. Now look, the engineer may not sound very glamorous, but with that goddess card there, but remember, these are all neutral. I'm going to read you the shadow first. This is what you're helping each other heal. In all three cards, you're helping each other heal this. The more you heal you, the more they heal, the more they heal, the more they heal you, and it happens instantly. That's holographic reality, darling. So the shadow attribute, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences, like when people ghost people. Sometimes you need to walk away, but there's a healthy way to do that, right? But that's just an example, right? So it's like, well, this is what we do. Okay, here comes the guidance and the grace. This can very much be based on somebody's upbringing. Very much be, well, this is the way we do it. This is how we do it, right? And when you hear the light here, you'll see the alchemy that needs to take place. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression, right? Bringing it into form. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. And nowadays, things that are common dilemmas, like, I don't know, 20 years ago were unheard of, right? But a dilemma isn't just a problem. A dilemma really gives a lesson. Well, you could say all of that does. So, creative family archetype. Here you've got your soulmate partner, the god. Blessed be. However, the shadow really toxic. This is the masculine family of archetype. There are 9 families, just to clarify that. The shadow attribute, despotism and cruelty. Great fun. Using power to control people. Now, if this was my reading, I don't have any planets in Sagittarius. I don't know, maybe there's some Sagittarian somewhere. Because I have this god archetype lifelong, pretty much. Maybe, because you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Maybe I have mine, it comes and goes seasonally. Dionysus, Sacred Vine, Grapevine Pentacle tattoo on my arm. But the light attribute in this is genius, right? Benevolence and compassion. Recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So this person, if they are in this lighter side, and look, it's a sliding percentage for all of us, right? Catch me on a bad day, right? Catch me on a good day, because it's my channel, not yours. So interesting. And with the state of the contract is the divine feminine, quite literally feminine family archetype of the goddess. Now, in the shadow here, exploitation of the female nature and form. And by female, we have to pull that out of gender, right? Because, so let's say exploitation of the female nature. Well, the divine feminine nature. Exploitation of that, right? In other words, fronting to perhaps be motherly or caring or sweet or nurturing or at one with nature and totally not being that. But the light on this, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So there is something very physical about this stage of where the two of you are. So in a way, this is your shadow you're alchemizing into light, helping them alchemize their shadow into light as they're helping you, all instantaneous. But the both of you here, are you exploiting or hiding really deep wisdom here within yourself? Nature, right? What does it mean to exploit nature? What a nightmare, right? But also life force, chi, prana, love is life force, right? And sensuality in its light. I mean, this feels very, very strong. Now, you would think God and Goddess would be a divine family archetype. They're not, unless you didn't know what the families are. Carolyn Mace, MYSS, Mace.com. Check her out. These are her cards. Love her. Let's just keep going. Daughters of the Moon Tarot will give us, now since that's the 8th chakra stuff, which, you know, like a satellite, is like beaming down and affecting every other chakra with these particular archetypal soul lessons for the two of you. So this is going to be heart, throat, third eye, crown. Right? We're just going to work right down the chakras. There are 19 cards in this spread. So these are just 3. Let's see what's going on inside of yourself, yin side of yourself, the divine feminine, internal, psychological, emotional desire, like willpower, choice, mental, and spiritual power within both of you. And state of the contract, please breathe. All right, I call upon my goddesses of fire. And the sign of Sagittarius, please, what's going on the inside of this, in this Sagittarian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying, symbiotic, sympathetic, right? A soothing soulmate contract. We've got the engineer here in the 8th. We've got the god here in the 8th. And we've got the goddess there in the 8th chakra. Let's see what's going on inside y'all, because this stuff it's not in the description box. Okay. All right. We got a lot of thought going on here. A lot of element of air. You may not be sharing this with each other, but you got a major arcana card in the center lane. We'll get there. So, engineer in the 8th chakra. 10 of Blades. Yeah, I know. Everybody says betrayal, stabbed in the back. That's really literal, folks. Rider-Waite Tarot. I get it. Remember, the original tarot was 10s cross swords, right? Oh, is it the Caligistro tarot? I forget. It's one of those really, really old decks. Why can't I remember it? I used to teach this stuff. Oh, and I'm going to be teaching again soon. I got my shot in the arm. I'm going to be out in the world teaching again and taking clients face-to-face. So ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Take talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. This is about mental resolution. It's literally that. All the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. All the pieces of information that you need to go, Now, why I say this is because I'm an art reader. Thank you, Southern Strega. She's so right on. I love her. It's the rattle. Now, if you're old enough to remember the 90s, they took the sacred talking stick and turned it into a joke, right? Where people were fighting over the talking stick. But that's what this is. The rattle, it's a tribal gathering, and they pass the talking stick. And if you have the talking stick, you're the only one who can talk, and everyone's got to listen. But when you don't have the talking stick, you can't talk, but you got to listen, right? So that every voice gets heard. But this is inside of you. This could definitely be finally having the mental realization, I think I know how to resolve this. And, it's not major arcana, but there is a major arcana card in the center here. We'll get to that in a bit, because this god archetype has the 7 of Blades. And I know 7 of Swords, deception, lies, illusions, deceptions, delusions, right? Not in this deck. That's why I love Fiona Morgan's Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Apparently they're really hard to get a hold of. I've had these, I got my first black and white version. It used to be done in black and white when I was 19 years old, right? Been reading. Oh wait, where's my Thwarp fan? My dexterous Thwarp fan. Oh, I don't have it. Heresy. Oh, Nightmare. There it is. Hold on. I've been reading cards since I'm 12 years old. I'm 52. Yes, I know. I don't look it. Thank you. I had a reading with somebody who follows my channel the other day, and she said she cracks up every time I do that. So that's for you, Susie, if you're out there. So yeah, this is not that. This deck, 7 of Blades, is meditation, right? A woman ice fishing with that sword poised over the hole with her husky, oh, good little puppy baby, watch. And he's like, get dinner, Mom. Right? So this is stillness. This is a pause within. This is internal reflection. So when you see what this middle card is, you'll get why I'm getting the energy on this, because it's coming pretty strong. This person is really reflecting in their life, most likely, I would say, about their spiritual path, about their masculine energy. Regardless of gender, if you knew how many trans people I've had in my life, right? Feels like hundreds, and blessed bay. Just give me a time to catch on to the pronouns if it's recent. That's all I ask. I'm 52. Yes, I know, I don't look at thank you. I'm going to keep doing that forever now. Not that I wasn't doing it before. I'm going to be 53 in September anyway. So yeah, this is a person in deep introspection, in meditation, in reflection, and very, very still about how they're taking responsibility for that energy out into the world. Their masculine energy, right? Despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. I think they're really facing that within themselves, because probably what was done to them in childhood. Just how it goes. You got to learn it from somewhere, right? And really looking at the benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within themselves. I really feel like that's what that is. And yes, if there were lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions, because this is heart, third eye, crown, that began with them. They were under their own misconceptions, and who the hell isn't, right? We believe we're separate from each other. No, there's only one of us here. Meow. Oh, how could I forget? State of the contract, goddess with justice. Ma'at. This situation is being weighed right now. Like, you are both really, I mean, yes, it's the Libra card, but Ma'at, Egyptian goddess of justice, weighs your heart after every incarnation to see if you get to move on or go back, right? How heavy is your heart? Now, with this goddess energy here, with this goddess archetype, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, I get that things are balancing out for both of you. I think that's why you are seeing the larger picture, very third eye. They are really in meditation, really reflecting. Seven of Blades, so they're not that far behind you in terms of the cycle of air, but things are balancing. Look, the gods are involved here. When I see the goddess with a goddess underneath it, particularly one of justice, Ma'at, the gods are involved here. This is not a soul contract. The gods are involved in all, in everything. The gods are everywhere in everything. Goddesses in every man, goddesses in every woman, goddess in every man. Jean Shinoda Bolen, brilliant book if you could find it. What was that? Harper San Francisco published. Life-changing for me. Read those when I was 18. So to get that there is a divine justice going on here inside of both of you. In other words, this is like both of where you are internally coming into balance. And yes, it is a Libra energy, no question. That doesn't mean you're both Libras, but it does mean that seventh house dynamic, partnerships, marriage, but also the shadow self. So what shadows, lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions were driving this thing before? Look, it's totally possible you two haven't met yet. I just have to throw that in for a general read. Then this is about your past experiences separately. But my sense is that you've danced already. My sense is, and soulmates are allowed to have bumps in the road and breakups and come back together. That's how you help each other heal, is by always a return to love. From A Course in Miracles, but the name of Marianne Williamson's book that I read in 1990, hardcover, Life Changer, got me into the Course in Miracles, although it was the book, The Disappearance of the Universe, that got me to finish the workbook. 365 days. I picked it up a couple of months ago. Just did the exercise for today. By grace I live. By grace I am released. And I wrote a book called Words of Grace on Kindle, $9.99, all that, and links in the description box. But, you know, it really is like grace, right? What is that divine feminine, if anything, but that unconditional love that says, look, whatever has happened before, it's all okay. It was all part of the divine plan. I love you. And you too, then, if you know each other, love each other, there is forgiveness and compassion on the table here. Absolutely. What does this look like on the outside? Mythic Tarot will give us the root, sacrum, solar plexus dynamic here. Now, just what I'm getting here is that it's either you, right? This from the outside looking in, horizontal trajectory, you from the inside looking out, but they're adding sort of a different element here. It could be really what you guys are experiencing, root, sacrum, solar plexus, which is all about relationships. Root chakra, tribal relationships, right? Groups, families, all of that. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship, umbilical cord, if you will, because that is very soul contract oriented, right? But also solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your own honor code and self-esteem and all that jazz. They threw that one in. That's always implied, I guess. Maybe not verbally. Breathe. As I call upon my gods of fire and the sign of Sagittarius, in particular Zeus. Zeus, the lightning thrower, the truth wielder, definitely a god. Please, my beloved king, one card each for this engineer archetype, this god archetype, and this goddess archetype in the Sagittarian collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying, soulmate contract. So we've got the Sag on this side with the engineer in the 8th. Ten of Blades, the rattle on heart, third eye, crown. On this side, the partner, we've got the god in the 8th, meditation on the inner, state of the contract, goddess in the 8th. Yeah, man, God and goddess unifying, coming into balance. That just feels so right on. What does that look like on the outer, please? Let's see. 1, 2, and 3 major arcana cards. Why wouldn't you? So, look, you've got Pandora's box. Pandora box. I hope she does well on All Stars. I'm not getting Paramount to watch it. I'll watch the recaps, thanks. The star card, right? Of all the ills that have gone on here, just know that the star is shining on this, that there is guidance, there is grace, and there is hope. And I don't mean that false hope. Even if it doesn't go the way that you wanted it to go, or hasn't, that there is a higher plan in play here that you can't see. Now, I will say, some people call the 8th chakra the star chakra. So wouldn't it make sense that something in the outside world really reveals something to you, some divine machination, divine timing, inspiration, right? Some spiritual inspiration, information comes in that, and with this 10 of Blades, that you go, oh, I know how to resolve this. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. It's so simple. It may not be easy. And forgive one another. Simple. 2 words. Love yourself. 2 words. Simple. Not necessarily easy. Loving that. What do they got here? Right? The God in the 8th. Meditation, 7 of Blades, maybe looking at their own deceptions, how they deceived or how they've been deceived, how they deceive themselves, right? Stillness, although there's still such a high vibe of divine recognition here. And why wouldn't there be? They got the card of the world, right? Major of the major arcana cards. They're at the end of a cycle in their life, and I don't think it's about you. Or they have reached their... give me the right words here because it will make total sense with the next one, the next card, that they are really looking at what they have learned as a result of a past cycle. Now, this does say that things completed with you on a certain level. And not just, oh, you walked away from each other. Maybe that's true. But what I'm getting more to the point here is that they have graduated from a lesson. And that's why the internal reflection, yes, they might have closed out something in their lives. Something has come full circle for them. But this is just so freaking powerful in the sense that, one would think they'd be coming to their benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal life force within you and all of life. Because what's the state of the contract? You guys are gonna freak. The goddess with justice. Oh, let's just put the Fool on the outside. A brand new beginning. And you've been hoping for this, but I don't get that you've been hoping for this but like, no, I hope this works out for the best. Whatever, the divine wants here. Because, it says here, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. But a dilemma is not a problem, right? It is a dilemma. So there was a dilemma that went on here. Now, maybe they were with somebody else. Well, it looks like that's run its course, and they're in healing reflection time for themselves insight on this, coming in touch with their God power. I mean, come on, your God and Goddess on the table here. And here's Dionysus, the Fool, jumping into something new. I think you're both ready. Now, again, you don't know each other? Well, then this is about past stuff that you've gone through with twin flames. Again, watch the videos explaining why I'm saying that. to really bring this soulmate contract together. Really balanced, really fair, but very sensual, very, I would say, emotional in the sense of the divine feminine open heart, right? That goddess heart, that unconditional love. Almost like if there was going to be an Empress card in Carolyn Mace's deck, it would be that. Yeah. Humidity. It's not the hate. It's not the humanity. It's not the hate. It's the stupidity. All right. The party turner deck. Here we go. Though this is looking pretty good. This is the Whispers of Love Oracle. The voices of the higher selves of all involved. Now, there are other people involved in this. Their higher selves are contributing too. But remember, their higher selves, not their ego. No, let's make a deck that just, what does the ego say? Just be all like womp womp cards all the way through. Womp womp. Breathe. Oh yeah, tuning to the higher selves is just such a transcendent, peaceful thing. Could stay here all day, please. The higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above only, please. 3 cards, the Whispers of Love, the pieces of information, inspiration, and insight most needed for this Sagittarius collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, satisfying, sexual, saucy, soulmate, symbiotic, sympathetic, soothing soulmate contract. We got this engineer, Sagittarian, right? A Sagittarian engineer in the 8th. 10 of Blades on the inner, the star on the outer. You guys are getting signs and omens and portends every second, it seems. Really calling you forth, following your star, but I do not feel like you're doing that in an impractical way with that engineer archetype. What do we got for this? The partner, the soulmate contract partner here. God in the 8th, 7 of Blades, meditation on the inner and the world on the outer. What's that about? And state of the contract. Goddess in the 8th chakra. Ma'at, justice on the inner and the Fool on the outer, please. Oh, that was 2, just 1. It is this one. It is one more time. It's so humid here on Long Island. In New York, the cards are sticking, so please, really, this is important, right? The goddess with a goddess, Ma'at, justice, and Dionysus, the Fool. Oh, what's that? Whisper of Love. Thank you. I will work for you to make sure I know it's the right card in my hand. Let's see what the Whispers of Love are. Good. Holy crap, holies. Well, like I said, you got the engineer, the rattle, the star. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. You took a break from this person and you need to rest. Your nervous system might be a little inflamed, perhaps, just from life in general. And that, can lead to really odd perceptions of things. It's not disco. It's one of my spotlights has decided it's indecisive about what it wants to be today. Are you on or off? You're on. Sometimes you just need to give it a little witch, right? I've been twitching my nose since I'm 5 years old. Thank you, Samantha Stevens, right? So take a break. You're not busting the move on this one. I don't think you're supposed to, honestly, but you get it. You see it. You're getting your own revelations. You're getting your own clarity, your own guidance, your own grace, which, of course, quantum entanglement is helping to heal them. Excuse me. I have pants on. Don't worry. Hey, sure, I go for you and then you stop. I will just turn you off. You fuck with me today. I will replace you. You're an LED. I got plenty of them. All right. So now here's a party turner, but totally makes sense. Your partner, the God archetype, that meditation card with the world. Well, they've got ask for help. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. And I feel like that's turning to the divine, the God, the goddess, the higher power, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, Zan, Jaina, whoever they turn to. Maybe they haven't turned to before, but they are finding the divine within themselves, that eternal force. We are eternal souls. First, way before we came into, look, you want to talk starseeds? People are like, I'm from this starseed. I'm Lyrian. Probably some Pleiadian in there after the planet blew up. Long story. Really long story. But whatever that is, whatever gets you through the night, whatever their divine connection is, we find that when we're supposed to, right? And nothing like the ending of a cycle to look back, meditate, ruminate, and then ask for help. Now, I feel like they're asking for help. Yeah, they might ask help to you. It's not really what I'm getting, where they are, because you're in rest and relaxation, right? That they're asking for help from the divine to kind of move them into this new beginning. Because you hear this. State of the contract, goddess in the 8th, justice on the inner, the fool on the outer. Oh, let's just add new love to that. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Yeah, the spiritual growth is in here, but this is about the two of you. There is a new opportunity to bring this together. Again, if you don't know each other, then it's coming. It's coming. You just do you. But, you know, if you consider yourself more of a divine feminine than a divine masculine, goddess knows I do, then rest and relaxation is being that magnetic thing, right? It's letting it roll in. And I have to say, with this very internal divine feminine card here, that's how this balances out. That's what brings justice to this connection and a brand new beginning, new love. Let's get you some mantras. This is the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck. It is his video that just, woo, I mean, it was like alcohol squeegeed my third eye on the subject, because I never liked. To me, soulmates sounded very codependent. Like, half of me is looking for my other half. Not on my watch, thank you very much. I was not going to put up with that. And twin flame sounded worse. You know, there's a definition of twin flame where your twin flame does not incarnate at the same time as you, that they're on the other side calling you forward into your evolution. That's what I mean. There's so many different definitions. So bless you, Matt Kahn. I wish he would do another video on the subject, though. If there are any updates, any uploads, downloads, left and right loads, breathe, loads. Mark, behave, breathe. Take lids. Oh my God. My ascended masters, thank the gods you have a sense of humor, of soulmate contract. Law, please. 3, what are the healing mantras that whoever is watching them can do all 3 to kind of do the healing and help each other heal here in this Sagittarian collective? Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, satisfying, soulmate, contract, darling. What have we got for the Sag over here? What have we got for the soulmate partner over here? Leave it in my hand, please. And what have we got for the state of the contract? There it is. There it is. All right, so again, the Sagittarian here, engineer, the rattle, mental resolution, really getting it with this, the stars shining, calling you forward, inspiration, right, hope, but I'm not getting false hope here, rest and relaxation. Well, why wouldn't you get hearing, inner guidance? My intuition flows whenever I am still. Holographic reading, wah, 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 wah. You know, so hearing your inner guidance, and that inner guidance may very well be coming clairvoyantly, or we got this mental third eye, 10 of blades here, and maybe if there was betrayal, because, you know, people are going to insist that 10 of swords is always about being stabbed in the back, but even if that's so, the sun is usually rising on the horizon, which isn't a rhyme, but a little tricky to say, right? So in stillness, my intuition flows whenever I am still, listening, hearing. Now, Matt Kahn has a good way to get into stillness. Just listen. Instant stillness, right? Like, if I hear my cats go, upstairs, it's like, boys, it's like mama ears, what? Right? Instant stillness. There's no thought. There's just that stillness. So to really hear your intuition, you need to be still. For them, why wouldn't they? With the God in the 8th, meditation, reflection, stillness as well, with the world on the outer, and ask for help. While they're liberating love, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. So that's the thing. Maybe they weren't giving and therefore they weren't receiving. So they're learning how to give themselves the love that they want with you so that it is what? Fair and balanced with that Justice card. Before I pull down the next three, I'll show you how to use these mantras in a very holographic way. And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be with all the air on the table? Goddess in the 8th, Justice on the inner, Fool on the outer, a new love. Embrace this opportunity with opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. I allow myself to, right? Because this is saying embrace this new opportunity. Well, I have to allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, because that's a lot of what's on the table here. A lot of thought, a lot of element of air here, at least between the two of you, but in this center lane, it is all divine energy with this new love. So before I pull the next three, we're going to do Lover's Oracle, which I adore. If you just look at the titles, it tells you something. Wait, I have to be a little Virgo. I'm hardly OCD. I'm a Pisces moon. But still, I like to see what I'm talking about here. So the three mantras, and it doesn't matter which side you're on. You work all three of these. It's going to absolutely help heal things. Hearing inner guidance, opening my mind, and liberating love. Liberating love really indicates that there was love restrained, love in chains, and that's being liberated. Now the mantras... My intuition flows whenever I am still. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, and I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Right? It's like a perfect summation of what's going on in this soulmate contract. So you might want to play those back and write them down, or get Matt Kahn's deck. Look, he don't know me. I love his work. I promote people. Well, to me, I am a spiritual teacher first and foremost, right? But to me, the number one job of any spiritual teacher is to teach by example. Like, if you're not walking your talk, and allow that talk to change as it goes. It's okay. You don't have to chain yourself to one philosophy or path for an entire lifetime. But, you know, I also then share what works for me, and his work really works for me. Oh, yeah, he just did a project resolution on his website, metcon.org. It's a free audio thing, and he channels stuff through. I mean, channel's a weird word to me still, but it's free, project resolution. Really good stuff about all of us working together to resolve stuff on planet Earth. Lover's Oracle. Yeah, I don't think that's an intuitive cough. That's probably just too much half and half in my coffee. Let's see if it happens again. Lover's Oracle. Consecrated to the lovers of all pantheons, right? The eternal lovers, the divine lovers, right? So guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, all of that having to do with the romantic lovey-dovey. Breathe. Since I've already spoken about you and you're already in the room, hello, my pantheons of love, my pantheons of lovers. Please, Lover's Oracle, show them what they may not see or may not be aware of, right? Give them that little bit of extra. Wow, cards. We've got flip-floppies all over the place here. Oh, you might as well drag a rake across a chalkboard for Virgo. Please, three cards here for this Sagittarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. Well, I don't know the pictures, so I don't want to see the words. So please, one for the Sagittarian with the Engineer in the 8th, 10 of Blades on the inner, the Star on the outer. Rest and relaxation is essential for hearing inner guidance, because they can hear it when they are still. There's their Lover's Oracle. Are you going to keep doing that, Mr. Lightbulb? I shouldn't misgender the light bulb. Knock it off, please. This God archetype. But isn't it funny? It seems like when I'm talking about this cycle, we should watch it back and check. I'm not going to, though. Right? Like, maybe they're going through an enlightenment with that God archetype in the 8th, 7 of Blades, meditation on the inner, the world in the outer, ask for help. Liberating love, being willing to receive what you're willing to give to liberate your love. What's their oracle there? And state of the contract, Goddess in the 8th, Justice on the inner, Fool on the outer, new love, opening my mind, allowing ourselves to see beyond our beliefs and ideas. What's their Lover's Oracle message here? I don't know what that is, but looks like there's some healing going on. Okay. Okay. So, here you go. Engineer, Ten of Blades, the Star. Rest and relaxation is essential, hearing inner guidance, and here's your message to contemplate when it comes to matters of the heart. There is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love, and I feel like that's what's a missing piece of this puzzle for you. Oh, so all of those things I thought of as mistakes and bad choices were absolutely written into the script of the divine plan for me in this life, and it's a quantum plan, darlings. Every time you say no to one thing, another version of you goes off and says yes. It's just how it is. It's, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, whatever. But when it comes to the matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong choice. Everybody's doing the best that they can, and particularly in romance. You know, romance wasn't even a thing on the planet until the 14th century with the troubadours, I think. I'm like that with history. Very vague. Dare to be stupid. I'm not thinking nothing. Sorry, Medusa, dare to be truthful. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. And I think that there were some real heavy judgments you put on yourself there, right? And that's why you just need to rest, right? You're tired, maybe tired of this situation, but that star on the outside is saying, just keep going. Little step, but you can rest. You can still move forward without moving. We take a journey without distance. Course in Miracles. For this God archetype here, God in the 8th, meditation on the inner, the world on the outer, ask for help and liberating love, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms. I'll think they're going through a major transformation. Feels like they're going to ask for your help. Hopefully they are asking the eternal whoever, whatever, for help first, right, while they are in that place of meditation and reflection. But now here's the center lane here. The goddess in the 8th, right? That goddess archetype. Justice on the inner, Fool on the outer. New love, opening my mind with surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it'll all work out. And I think it's about I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. For a new love to either be reborn in one where it seemed to have died, but there is no death. There is one life, and that I share with her. Course in Miracles, gender shift there. That's how I read the Course in Miracles, because it's a little patriarchal. It's a lot of patriarchal. I shift gender on it. It hits my heart much deeper. Well, I am a witch and a goddess worshiper. What do you want? So, you know, that there is a great liberation happening within this person, and you're really tuning to you, and I think that's why that star card is just going to give you so many, like, signs and portents and omens and songs on the radio and all that kind of stuff, just telling you this is not over, but it's a common dilemma that you two have been through, and it feels like you have the solution to that dilemma. Last card down. I love reading the title because they are mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, called Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish, darling. I don't know why, it's a Scottish name, but I'm saying it with an Irish brogue. I think I took too many speech classes. Too many, I mean, please. I used to be able to take an entire page and translate it with Arthur Lessak's conversion notation, right? To change accents, diphthongs. Oh, you big diphthong. So this is now the pantheons of all gods and God. Like every pantheon of God and Goddess, every culture, every race, everywhere, even starseeds if necessary, if you want to go there. What is the blessing they have placed upon this? Not that they will, that they already have. Please breathe. And where is my magic magnifying glass? Because the microscopic italic. Breathe. You say make room for this one? Yeah, why wouldn't it with this center lane we got going on here? Please. My gods and goddesses of all pantheons, all cultures, all races, all timelines, all dimensions, right? What is the blessing that you have placed upon this Sagittarian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. intimate, sexual, satisfying, romantic, soulmate, contract, soothing, sympathetic, symbiotic, quantum entangled, that they're just helping each other heal. And it feels like that healing is taking a major step forward here for whenever they are watching this very highly divinely guided thing, as all of them are, but with the God and the Goddess archetype here. Yeah, I get it. I get it. This new love. What is the blessing you have on this soulmate contract for these two? There we go. So when it's two cards and it's humid, I want to know I got the right card. Woof! I need a moment. Oh my god, this is so sexy. It's the Liam Neeson card. You tell me that does not look like Liam Neeson. Look at the nice rack, Liam. Oh my god, I'm so down. A blessing for good men and fathers. You mean there are a few? Oh yeah. Oh, the poor divine masculines, regardless of gender. And please don't take that as fully gender, but we have to say we've got the God archetype on here. I'm telling you, that looks just like Liam Neeson. I'm calling this the Liam Neeson card. Thank you, Lucy. Why am I looking that way? Thank you, Lucy, if you're ever watching this. If you drink, I want to have drinks with you. And Scorched Earth Tarot, I want to have drinks with her too. Yeah, I love my British Isles people, I guess. A blessing for good men and fathers. Just Love Actually. I fell in love with him in Love Actually. Oh my god, a blessing for good men and fathers. I got my degree chords on. I'm no longer with that coven, but they're still my chords. Breathe. Yeah, no one can take away your elder points, honey. Here we go. Card number 3, for good men and fathers. A blessing for the men, the good men, who do the essential work for themselves, for each other, for their families, for their communities. We need good men, loving fathers, fully flowered in their masculinity. May you be blessed with the healing of any wounds you hold and hide within. May you allow yourself to be vulnerable and tender in the care of the young. May you be blessed with the strength of your own untainted power and open up to the great abilities that lie within you, beneath the muscle and sinew and grit and stoic face you show the world. May you be blessed and be open-hearted in love, intelligent in your alliances, honorable in your agreements, and courageous when you must stand and resist the challenges that may come to you. May you receive the blessings of opening yourself to your own immense internal beauties, refusing to identify only with the shadow which swallows so many good men. Instead, when you meet the darkness within, let it be understood, acknowledged, and honored, healed, and transformed, and thus may you turn away from stereotypes and become your true self. God archetype. May all men be blessed as they do this sacred work. To every man, may you be a brother, and with every honorable act of care and compassion and protection and nurture, God's archetype, may you be most blessed, for you are precious to us all. You father us all. It is not through the bonds of biology, but through the strands of connection, for all men are our brothers. May you show the next men how to father themselves, and thus continue the evolution of our humanity. To all men who have literally had the blessing of children, may your nurture be blessed. To all men who raise and rear other men's children, may you be most blessed. To the good men and the good fathers, for showing the many possibilities of how a man can be good in a very deep, real way, offering us all a well of wisdom from which to drink, a fire of protection and love by which to warm oneself, and the endless love of the sea in which we are reborn. May your gifts to the world return to you threefold. Blessed be. Book drop. This is really about the transformation of whoever is on this side with this God archetype. There's no question in my mind about that, but let's take it out of gender, except for Liam Neeson. Speak it. Fish called Wanda. Speak it. Speak it. There it is. This person is going to be communicating. May this blessing be upon them, because it's already on this thing. Now, it does not mean that you're the divine feminine, you're the divine masculine. Again, it can flip-flop. I don't care about that. General read, you got to figure that out. We all have father energy. We all have masculine energy, right? As long as we're in a dualistic system of positive and negative, light and dark, masculine, feminine, blah, 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 we are all going to be that yin and yang. But the circle around the yin and yang, you want to go the Tao for a minute? With the dot of the opposite color in each, it's that we are all one. It's a holographic wholeness. We're not incomplete. We're not half a person looking for another half a person. This is about the evolution of not just your own souls, but the planetary aspect of this is blessing all men, so that that healthy father energy, which, you know, the God archetype is like, there's a father archetype in here, but it's dictatorial control. I know that archetype. I was raised by one of those. The shadow attribute, despotism and cruelty, using people to control people, using power to control people, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within themselves and others. I mean, this is so very that. And one more time, oh, nice rack, Liam Neeson, so into that card. One more time. Oh, I think that needed an extra thwarp, a maple thwarp. Whew. So let me give you the blessing. It's Sagittarius. Are you expecting me not to have fun? You're Sagittarius. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soulmate contract law, and the higher selves of all involved, to please bless, may they be blessed, this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, soulmate contract, that they may discover their ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Very divine masculine energy, by the way. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas with benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within themselves and each other. With the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, while the puzzle pieces form together in the third eye, bringing or being guided by the divine with true hope that this is all going to work out in some way, shape, or form, while they get that their own rest and relaxation is essential, like letting the dough rise with the yeast, right? You have to give that time to let it rest so that they can hear their inner guidance, their intuition flowing whenever they are still. And when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice they make expands their understanding, their soul's evolution. And for this God archetype, certainly while they are in meditation, reflection, and stillness, while something major is completing in their life, even if it's just an external cycle of some kind, but incredibly powerful, that they remember to ask for help. That they remember to ask for help, that what is it that they really need help with? May they be willing to allow themselves the support they need, particularly from the divine, as they're liberating love, allowing themselves to receive all the fulfillment they're willing to give in all of that balance, because this relationship is in a stage of transformation. This relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things in this stage of the contract that they're in, where things are balancing for both of them on the inner justice, honor, integrity, fairness, seventh house, partnerships, marriage, right? That Libra energy there as they jump into the next phase of this does feel like it's going to be this one making the jump, because they are in a, whoop, I skipped a card, because this is a new opportunity of new love here, to embrace this opportunity by opening the mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas with surrender, because at times they must surrender the old, particularly the old thinking, before something new can enter their lives. Let it go. It'll all work out. Whatever they're clinging to, holding on to, whoever that is, help them let it go, so that they may really acknowledge and embrace the blessing for good men and fathers, because we got the mother at the top and the father on the bottom here. And may they be blessed. And as they heal, may all hearts heal. May we all come into a healthy, balanced, fair new beginnings with our own masculine energies through this soulmate contract. So may they heal, so that we may all heal, for their well-being, for our well-being, and for the well-being of all concerned. So motivate. And so it is. Yeah, soulmate contracts have challenges. Of course they do. But as one of you heals, both of you heal. And the reason why I throw that bit in the end about all of us, because unity consciousness, right? Every time one heart heals, all heart heals. But you two are cleaning and caring for a specific corner of the garden, so to speak. So, thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. You want to share it? Please do. You want to comment? Have at it. And if you want more, you might as well subscribe, because I don't think the gods want me to stop doing this anytime soon, but things could change in the flash of an eye. But I'll keep giving you my very best and my very blessed. That's my oath to them, right? To do my best every day, taking the guidance and grace that I get. And it's a nice way to live your life, but I'm a mystic, not the easiest thing in the world, particularly for a Virgo. Do check out my book, Words of Grace. You want to book me for a reading? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Slip into my DMs, or my direct message me. You can try my email at drawingthecircle@gmail.com. But as I've been saying, the spam has been ridiculous. So finding the actual clients instead of the spammers has been a bit of a challenge. Otherwise, my beloved Sagittarius asses, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed in this soulmate contract. It's coming in. It's in a new stage, so certainly have at it, but do your work to get that rest and relaxation you need. Otherwise, wishing all the very best and the very blessed in all of this, my darlings, my Kentors, my Centaurs, my Archers. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.